Greetings, this is Frina Riamentra. I welcome you to my recap of campaign 4 of Critical Role, the 16th episode. And what they call a visions of the Shadow and Stone, or I call the Perils of Following Prophecy. Disclaimer, as usual, I do not own nor am I associated with Critical Role. It's YouTuber Twitch. 1 second. It's YouTuber Twitch channels. Any online content it or its parent organization Geek Century might have. I'm just a fan sharing as fellow share with my. I am sorry. I'll try to finally reclaim my lost gift of speech. Sharing with my fellow fans. I'm just sharing hands, and as part of sharing, I will be relying on fair use. As of course, as you know, I be showing clips of the show. Those clips will contain a few critical moments of import, but mainly comedic moments. The real difficult to translate into recap. On a personal note, can anyone explain why it's been around maybe a week or so since? Oh, what the fresh heck is this? Do they have? Okay, yeah, they do. Explain why it's been a week. And I only got 6 views on my last recap. I got less views on the ones now before, and they're coming. And I'm making them on time now, not before not about the day, after or the morning of the day of the YouTube release. Anyway, we shall move on to the King's Highway, where we're catching up with a couple of the soldier stables, specifically Tyranny and Carrigan. On the way back to Damakyar to enlist the help of Belair to release Tior's brother Sid Prysire from his petrification state. His petrified state. His plan is get to the outside city and send in the stealthy Thimble to go and ask him to meet them there instead of trying to smuggle in an entire statue. With people the Creed search. Well, they're possibly being searched by House Dakotas, and definitely at least 3 of them are definitely being searched for by House Halavar, as we've confirmed through what we know through the search table, as depicted here. Currently, there are a cliffside tavern. It has one of those like not sure you said balcony or like raised porch, which sticks a little bit over the cliffside. But earning the name the Traveler's Perch. And here.
Took rudely and abruptly from you after you rudely and abruptly stole it.
Could not.
Everyone is rude and everyone is abrupt.
Shimmering, silvery, reflective blade, the steel, polished and well cared for. Even the parts of it that are scratched seem to be scratched, telling a story of the love that was used in its many years of faithful service. And the handle, dyed pink with crushed rose petals. Bone taken from the shrine of one of the hounds. You see there are still, polished and made into a working handle. There's been some care and love put into this blade by Cadigan. But even holding the bone in your hand, there's so many things at work here. Rose petals and the sweet smell of flowers. The nourishment of a gift.
Why wasn't the... Yeah, as soon as once I get to learn the actual keyboard, more keyboard controls, you need extra action to get them to work. As she looks into the blade, she sees almost like as a reflection, someone's there. Sees a woman in hang on, do they have... they see a woman like kind of a caring face and stuff. I think the word name Emmis goes there. They assume this is the wife of the gnome that she originally stole the knife from. As she does, Cadigan notices her examining the blade.
You see that she looks out in the last moment as the vision kind of fades from you. You see her turn around, and for a second, as you sort of lose the vision in this moment, you hear her go, Esme?
Oh.
Did you?
Oh, here. Sorry, Esme. That was the...
And the voice is gone.
Here, so she's telling someone.
Cadigan.
What the heck? 50. Ghost fruits, I got a knife.
Handle, pink.
It's him in the head.
It's pink, and I'm pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
This isn't a romantic thing, right?
What? No.
Okay.
It's not a romantic.
It's funny that, you really feel like I could have used this knife, and it's really beautiful, and I love it. It's the only time anybody's ever given me anything. really, when I look at it, I'm like, wow, you're such a bad person. But I love... No, me.
Oh, you.
When I see it, because it reminds me of the bad stuff that I did. But I love it, and so it's like, wow, this is such a beautiful gift from a friend. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, wow, you don't deserve anything.
Yeah, don't forget. Yeah, feels undeserving. Yeah. She is feeling very undeserving right now, as you can tell. And Kagan says she is allowed to feel how she feels about what happened. Like there's no wrong in what she's feeling or stuff, or how she feels at times. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little nasty, a little weird from time to time. The eating and sniffing and finger eating and all the dirty stuff is not quite for me, but I get it. It's your whole deal. You can be whatever you want to be. I don't care.
I will decide to have complicated feelings towards this knife, because it reminds me of my friend Cadigan. And also reminds me that I have a responsibility to not hurt people who are nice to me.
Cadigan, what are you thinking in this moment?
Women are tough.
Tyranny, you hear Cadigan say
Women are tough.
as loud and clear as a
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I'm so tough.
Oh,
You're
was that out loud?
I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm
You're
tough.
a woman.
And I'm
You're
tough. Thank you so much.
Good. Are you tough though? Oh fuck.
Where's Wick?
You can see Brett trying to keep it.
Where is Wick?
Go ahead and give me a perception check if you'd be so kind, Cadigan.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
you and me are equally in our cups, apparently. Perception. A 9.
a 9. You look around. Much like they did way back in Tyrese Lee, he and Taylor are off trying to acquire some amenities somewhere. And I think Tyranny sort of looking around and being adrift.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh god, that was
11
perception, and then give me an insight check.
2.
2.
Yeah, I guess so.
On that insight check, Cadigan, as you look for Wick, what are you thinking?
Is he with Tayor?
He's with Tayor, yeah.
I probably haven't thought about Wick in a hot minute if he's with Tayor. Like, I think that's like putting a child with their most trusted character.
Yeah.
So, as you make the perception check, what do you actually kind of like?
They go and then they discuss like how why is she always so worried about Wick? Besides obvious, and Tierney's afraid that Wick will make things harder for himself. Like, this is all very new to him, and
at the knife.
And he's still trying to, I guess, find himself
see
more
within it Tayor's reflection right behind Cat.
I trust Tayor. I think he's gonna be fine, but like he needs me. I invented this new drink, by the way. You take a shot of Yargaz and you drop the whole glass
in the ale.
On that 11 perception, as another shot goes down the hatch, Tyranny, you look down at the knife and see within it Tayor's reflection right behind Cadigan. And you see Tayor and Cadigan, but in this reflection, Cadigan is much younger, and you see Tayor picking up Cadigan in his arms, injured, and there's a moment of something they share, badly injured, but like a laugh or a joke, something along those lines. And it's, again, you're looking at it like as you're holding the knife in your hand, like, you know, when you can catch like a little bit of sunlight and kind of direct it with a knife, but it's so hard to have the dexterity to catch it perfectly, to send it where you want to send it. That moment of Tayor holding Cadigan, as clear as day, like your own reflection in the knife's blade, you lose it again.
I gotta be subtle about this, okay? Cadigan. Yeah. Do you and Tay are boyfriends?
What?
I don't know, I just had this thought about you guys holding each other. I don't think about you holding each other, but I think about, do you guys have some kind of history?
Well, yeah, we're are you asking if we're lovers? Or we've been lovers in the past?
No, I don't think I am.
I don't believe you. What else does boyfriends mean to you?
I don't know, boyfriends, girlfriends, you're just friends that are boys and girls. You could just be anything you want. I guess you tell me what you guys were to each other. You guys clearly, like, there's something. Because Wick and I came in, and there was already a dynamic at play, and I'm just trying to we're going to be working together, I'm trying to get a sense of what it is.
We are battle buddies.
Is that what you call it?
Come on! You do stuff on everyone.
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Battle buddies. 6! Oh, wait, advantage. Perception. 1! So it was actually a 4, not a 6, because it was a -1.
Gosh.
So listen.
You are drunk as can be. So all you see is you look and the blade is starting to sort of honestly fuck up a little bit. It's like you're getting weird scrambles of like things Cadigan is not saying out loud. You're really altered. You look in the blade and you see Cadigan and Tayor embracing each other very sensually. You don't think this is you think you're kind of inventing this in your mind's eye. You're watching TV. But you do see...
Sorry, I gotta watch my show.
You do see that Tayor said, look, in this vision you're having in the night, looks and goes, Cadigan. And you see that Cadigan looks and goes, Marianne.
Do you see it? Hey, look at this. You remember the knife that you got me? Do you see it? Did you see anything in there? Is there anything that's happening?
Yeah. I'll go a little bit of glue when I put the
Ask Kagan, she asked Kagan to look at the knife.
Oh, I said Mariana.
Mariana?
Oh.
Mariana? Does that name mean anything to you?
What did you say?
Well, before I say why I know that name, you tell me, because I think that you're not seeing what I'm seeing from this knife.
Where did you hear that name?
Just now, is it? Okay, I hope that you believe me. This is a crazy thing to say, but you gave me this knife, and I can, see stuff in it. I saw what I think is the woman who, was married to the guy that I stole this from. Sorry to him. And then I saw him looking for the knife, and then I saw you and Tara hugging, and then I heard the name Mariana.
Cadigan goes to grab the knife, but he doesn't take it.
You good? Yeah. Is this thing on?
What?
Cadigan.
Do I see anything in this knife?
Cadigan. You do see something in the knife.
I do. Okay.
Give me a perception check. And we're gonna roll here, and I want you to roll 2 dice, but we're gonna take the one farthest from 10, so it will either be very good or very bad.
Okay. Furthest from 10. 7 and 12.
7 will be the furthest from 10. You look at the knife and you do see something. A very haggard, drunken man staring back at you.
Do I recognize this man?
It's you.
When I first watched this, I got that immediately. Yo.
And you see a little bitch.
Oh, fuck. That's really savage. You got me. Oh, fuck.
You stare into the knife. Whatever magic is of tyranny does not avail itself to you. Whatever speaks to her does not speak to you. And the things which used to speak to you are gone.
It's just a knife.
If you...
If I hurt you in some way by saying that,
yeah, he's kind of he kind of asks/demands. I forget exactly what the tone was. Here she explained what exactly she saw. Did she have frick? When we were describing the woman we saw at the beginning, who we thought was the what's his name's? Just the one who we thought was does he have freckles? And she said, yeah, which I'm not actually sure I remember her. I had to go back again, but I don't remember her actually saying. I'm sorry, I don't remember Brennan's actually saying if he had freckles or not. So she may have just created some misdirect information on, and it gets in a mood and just leaves Tyranny feeling more guilty, even more guilty now.
We will continue this adventure on another episode of Critical Role.
Finally, I learned something about your ass. Finally.
Yeah! Hello, friends, and welcome to the Critical Role Announcement Playhouse. Yes, we did it. Before we get back to Araman, we do have some announcements to get through, beginning with our sponsor for the evening, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. A thrilling story-driven, that's the word, thrilling story-driven action RPG, said by Steve Brule, apparently. And here to talk about it, please welcome a real person?
That's me.
It
Aerial
returns.
person. Like everyone else in this room, I'm a human.
Mr. Person, are you okay? You sound kind of stiff.
Yeah, bro. We humans get tired when it's been more than 4 hours since our nap.
Actually, humans are awake about 16 to 17 hours a day.
What? That's literally insane. Oh, I mean, yeah, bro, I know, I'm a human.
And you, a human being, of course, are here to talk about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2?
Yeah, bro. Kingdom Come 2 is an exciting RPG set in the rich open world of 15th century medieval Europe. You'll embark on the ultimate medieval adventure through the eyes of young Henry of Skalitz, with betrayal and discovery, journeying from a humble blacksmith's forge to the court of kings. The deep gameplay means it's a game that you can experience your way, letting players experiment, learn, make decisions that shape countless quests.
I'm gonna be a little honest here. You don't really act like a gamer.
Like all humans, I have a weird obsession with video games, and I want my fellow Homo sapiens to play this one a lot.
Oh boy.
They should play it so much that they leave me, their pets, alone.
What do you mean?
Well, as a human, I'm always trying to pet my cat, or cuddle him, or interact with my cat. But what most idiotic humans don't realize is cats don't want you to interact. Cats hate you with every whisker on their perfect faces, which stay clean because their saliva is actually cleaner than your filthy human hands.
So if humans play this video game,
They'll be ensconced in hundreds of hours of gameplay within a massive open world of... so cats can finally get the peace and quiet they yearn for. I assume as a human.
Okay, enough of this. Ashley, hit him with the laser.
What are you doing?
Get it.
This dancing light is not the least bit interesting to me. I'm a human. I think I can get it. I think I can get it. I'm getting it!
I knew it! It is you! Cat!
You are.
Fine.
We are right.
You got me. I'm a cat.
But we were.
A cat who wants every human to experience the ultimate medieval adventure of hashtag Kingdom Come Deliverance. An epic story-driven human RPG. Check it out at kingdomcomerpg.com. Now leave me alone so I can lick my butthole in peace. Matt, cat to you.
Thank you, cat. Laura! I believe you have some non-butthole looking based announcements.
You want to see my
That has nothing to do with buttholes. I promise.
It's cat butt.
Oh god.
It's what?
We're very excited to announce our collaboration with Steady Hand.
Fortunately, this is not a comedy, but it's a comedy ad, so, we had, what is,
Players.
oh, no, wait, this is
For you, it is something some friends of ours have been working really hard on, and now it is finally here. So please, take a look. Oh.
Draw your weapons. The tabletop role-playing show where the players literally draw their weapons, among other things. The players will all be recording the moments of the game sessions through hand-drawn depictions of the action and role-play. Let's meet the team that will be making up our adventuring party. Rashawn Scott, Sean Glaze, Heather Moore, Jason Charles Miller, and the Game Master of Draw Your Weapons, Josh Knapp. Without a word, just scowls and slaps you across the face.
I slap her across the face.
And a special guest this episode is...
What do you think he has in store for our party, Johnny? We're about to find out.
Holy shit!
Critical hit. No.
I can't wait to see who spills first blood!
Amazing! Can't wait for you guys to check it out. Draw Your Weapons is a new actual play with our friends at Titmouse, and it is coming to Beacon. Episodes premiere at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time starting February 25th, only on Beacon. Don't miss it.
All right. And with that, I think it's time for us to jump back into Araman.
okay.
Castle Torch, you discovered many former paramours of one Julian Divinos. You discover
Business companions.
business. These are my. If I hear you call me a business companion one more time,
But if you do it in the accent, I'm kind of fine with it.
and you spoke to Captain Luca Phaedron, who discovered there in the room with you at the top of this palisade castle, you discovered that the Barrow Guard, including young Algar, had been sent out with Head Ranger Bierza Kagrakovalek into the...
Hey, well, we've seen, if you watch the other stuff, or actually watch the show, you know what has happened. We now see them while they're on the journey, trying to get into the endless night. As they notice the sun seems to fade or even move more northward. It's not following its traditional route around this across the sky. As it goes, they swiftly they are moving at a quick pace and soon come across a campsite. Not of the troop they originally not of the mass company they were looking for, but of a smaller troop from the Bear Guard. They can see half-orc paladins, on those of the Order of the Rose.
Of scruff or facial hair, like a very thick mustache, little bit of a goatee that's grown in, and then like a 5 o'clock shadow where he would normally shave, shaggy black hair, pointed green ears. He is wearing a set of full plate mail that is constructed partially of Dolmakiar steel, but also partially of wood. You see that the plates that are set into it cover sort of the central areas of the wood, but around the edge of the plates, you see that there is painted wood where they're set in. So it's sort of this armor, it looks incredibly light on his body as he's wearing it, and where the wood touches his skin, you see that moss grows into his body, and there are small snow white blossoms that run throughout the joints. That he looks like he is truly wearing a shirt and breeches of moss under the armor, with a
does anyone else want flower pants? I'm gonna figure
I want flower pants.
You also see that he has his halberd as a thick wooden haft.
Wait, just watch. Recheck something.
That you can see is green with life, living wood that grows into the head of a halberd. Only the very outer cutting edge and the top spikes are made of steel. The rest of the weapon seems to be made of living wood. And behind you see he's got a big flower tucked behind his ear, as many of the paladins here seem to be decorated or adorned with flowers. And you see that unlike one that is being kept or suddenly wilting, the flower actually extends past his ear, twined through his hair, with roots growing into the moss that is set into the breastplate of his wooden and steel armor. You look over as you approach. You see he's directing some of his order towards a set of wagons. You see there are these enormous ridge-horned water buffalo that are pulling these large sort of caravan carriages. He turns around to see your approach, and you recognize this as Sir Obzaz Claw. He turns around to behold you approaching, looks over and says, Sir Divinos, do we have some word from Castle Torch?
Full disclosure, when I thought that, I actually did think that this was the big company they were looking for. So the reason I mainly had the description was, I thought this was their son, so, My bad. What? They do ask for some rest first.
I am Sir Obzaz Claw. This is, you've come at a time where we're probably about another day or two away from heading out to Venatus. Didn't you just come back?
Just got back. I will let Sir Julian explain.
Well, as much as is needed at the moment, my first question is, have you heard anything from Kagra?
Kagra, they basically ask about... they asked about they saw the company go by, and yeah. But he doesn't seem to have received any words about them since then. It was like when they first he encountered them when they were first heading. There and okay, they asked for suggestions about how to proceed. Since she has just come from there, like a words of advice. We found out that the reason why they're going there, they're currently escorting a Creed shipment of filament. Condition Creed. We also see there here is including there is a Druid of the Ancients. The Druid of the Circle of the Ancients, which is the same order that Tasha is in. Masha. Where was I? Right now, Masha is currently speaking to Hanan, who has kept up his vigil around them.
That to the degree that the star, this all needs to be packaged more carefully. The translation of the term indicates that to the degree that the stars are
halfling
present in the sky, starlight can sometimes also mean the ability to reflect starlight. In the translation, you see that someone goes over. Obzaz sort of rests a chin on his hand and looks over. New prophecy. So,
From who?
Well, this, you see, he says, Doctor, would you like to come meet a member of the Circle of Ancients? You see that this young halfling woman comes over and goes, Oh, pleasure to meet you. I am Dr. Amory Talter of the Totality. It's a pleasure.
Hi, Taisha Lloyd.
Hello. Thank you so much, and thank you for your orders, aid, and help. This is. Are you the additional support that we requested?
I'm not.
Oh.
But I was just curious about new prophecy.
Yes, well, hardly new, ancient actually, but new in that it is untested,
Deep
and
breath.
it may prove to be the winning She goes, you see, she opens her book, she says, it was discovered in an expedition from the Totality to Ferret, actually in an area that had been largely reclaimed by the Barodel there, but we had to venture in, found the text. The translation, obviously it's an ancient text, but the language has changed somewhat, but we believe the translation is, when the sword of sparrows is raised by the Son of Mercy, then shall the reign of the bloody king be ended, and the sun return.
Okay.
Abzaz looks at you and says, the sun will return.
Clearly they're looking for a way to end the corruption of this particular Barodel, as they seek to end all the every Barodel. He's still very nice. She takes us to see Masha. While telling about the Totality, and the I think that Sir Abzaz is mentioned that they are in fact helping.
Nick, where he just goes like, this is the 8th prophecy they've brought from this expedition. At least this one mentions the sun.
Definitely laugh and then try to shrug it off. We're gonna have to find something new. I just don't know how to explain. To an order that is trying so desperately to remember its roots before the Shapers.
That they're not focusing, less focusing on what's less going forward. Is the general gist. They start asking for making out a list of the supplies they'll need to continue. Sir Claw. I'm just gonna say Sir Claw right now. He does inquire where they're going. Which they do. Right now they have no reason to hide. This is someone from Castle Torch, so they're going after the company and start to warn them of danger. At one point they do mention, like, as they go into the endless night, it's not the best idea to light up torches. Torches are not, not. So.
Of how she's holding it, which is a turtle shell, until the shell opens up and an actual box turtle looks out for a moment and then closes again. And she looks up and goes, I understand. It is well said. She turns out and says, Tasha! Good to see you again.
I rush up to embrace her, but also, can I make an insight check just to see if Mosh is... I don't trust that turtle. Fuck that nerd. I just want to check to see if Hannon went full snitch mode, and Mosh's eyes move naturally towards Octus.
Give me full sniff note.
Same, 21. Or, sorry, 19.
19. Her eyes start to talk to us.
Yeah. And I just give Hannon a dirty look while I'm going up to hug her.
She gives you a big hug. It's good to see you. How fared it? You were hurrying back. Young man, we didn't get a chance to say much of a greeting the last time you came through here, but...
No, we didn't. Hello.
How are you feeling?
Fine. I'm okay.
I give you just the little look. That's the, eye contact with Hannon, and then back.
It's new, but I'm alright.
You're venturing to Tanasar.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Or ask about how things went with because they've been keep my eye at the castle torch. The most theology difficult was a bulletin note, a bullet note. Asked how things. They asked how things went, and you didn't give proper condolences. Inquires how Octus is feeling, and he this is where he slightly flips the veil and said, "It's new, but I'm getting used to it." It is here that they warn Sir Claw that the troop they're out there following, it went under false orders.
Appreciate it.
She turns. You see, I think, Veilus, Hannon's eyes don't leave you in this moment, but that
This guy's rancid.
Hannon's eyes don't leave you in this moment. I think you see that there is a. Give me an insight check, actually.
I'm just not even gonna think about it. I'm just gonna roll one. Okay. It's not bad. There you go.
Love that.
That's all it takes, I guess. 18.
Just roll higher.
You just roll.
Just don't give a shit.
You can't let the dice know you want it real bad.
Yeah. I don't care.
Hey, Ray.
I don't care.
Roll whatever you want.
What do you want?
They're like, no.
I think you see that Masha, the older druid of Taisha's order, is offering a lot of kindness and generosity in this moment. I don't know how much interaction you've had with druids of her order, if at all, but I think that there's a kindness that people extend when they anticipate that they maybe won't receive it in return. And I think you sense some of that. It's not a coldness, it's just a... Druids of her path don't have... Nothing that you believe impacts them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just about the fact that she is wondering if you feel the same way, right?
Yeah, I think I haven't spent much personal time with druids of this, or the path meant nothing. I mean, listen. But I think I'm definitely putting off the same sort of vibes that probably she is. But I'm also... It's... the fact that she is being nice and trying, it registers and it means something. It surprises me a little bit.
She stands up to go speak with Taisha. Obsess looks at you, Julian, and says, let's get you outfitted.
Very well. I made a list.
And leaving Hannon here with Octus and Valus as he stands up.
We noticed, like behind his mask, like his skin was purplish and getting, bluish here up front, and gradually becomes more purple as it goes back. You think that he could be a drow, like a dark elf, like Valus. So we think, or at least we think, like we're not sure actually how elves work in here. Like so, for all we know, that's how they all look. For all we know, they could come in every color of the rainbow. But they asked if he has, if Taisha and Han actually ever. I forget if it was Taisha and Han or Taisha and go. Good grief, what's her name? Masha. Ever met before? I think it was Han, because the answer, but I can't be sure. But I think it's Han because the answer was that the person who asked was only knew Taisha by reputation. They do. There is, of course, requiring about what Valus is. Here. What's her goals in this? But no answer really is given. However, there is a lot of discussion about like the Shaper versus anti-Shaper thing. And of course, Valus is still pro Shaper and said it was a mistake and just points to the sky and like said, saying this is an example of why you shouldn't, because this will have. They said, hang on. I think the argument they give is like it's exactly why the Shapers needed to go. Because they're willing to do stuff like this. Personally, I need more information. I need to know: was this a conscious act by the Shapers to create the barrel, or was this just natural reactions? I'm almost inclined to think natural reactions just to how. I'm not. If we find out there's any Shapers who death spots didn't create a barrel down that perhaps it was intentional, but if not, then it's probably just a reaction. It's just the side effect of a deity dying.
Off into the dark.
Yeah.
Well, difficult when you're traveling with someone.
He turns and walks off into the dark.
Is this, Hana?
Do you want an Eiffel Tower human with me?
I need a few more drinks in me before we have that conversation. I don't know if we bonded that much.
Masha walks with you, Taisha.
And asks if it wants to travel through the Darklands with Octus and Valus. You know, and a legally undead and a who, like 7 years ago, was someone they'd be in open combat with. But Tasha says she trusts both. She does trust them. And then she warns that Octa's time had come, and he said, but yet he's still here. Here, the old way is the way of moving on. So he is, no matter what they say and like how they really. Keep in mind, he is still an antithesis to what their goals are, right? And Masha asks about the result, specifically what happened in the in-between place. You know, like that limbo, like where she went to Octus. And Tasha admits she asked his spirit to step away from the path. And then, of course, Masha has to ask Taisha if she thinks his passing would have hindered the Draconis plots. And Taisha is adamant that she does not believe so. Like there's no evidence saying that this was a plan. We saw some of his vision. That at least one Draconis was actively upset about how things were turning out. And then Masha warns that they've heard about the undead here and stuff, and how they've been growing, how increasing in number and being more active recently. But she directly says that the Draconis have been the ones stirring them up. Then she comes out eventually she's gonna meet after there's going to be time where they're gonna meet more of the circled ancients, like a grouping of them, and she asks if Tasha is willing to defend herself, defend her actions. She does say she will not have to in the sense that I get the sense that it means she might not be in trouble because of it, but she will have to provide at least answers. Then we go over back to Julian, who's still going over the supply list. I do like when
fearsome indeed.
They're a motley crew, but they are still useful.
says, he also looks and says, I appreciate the use of the term sir when addressing me, but it's also not necessary. You're a knight, true, of House Divinos.
Of course, but what is it between knights if not pomp and circumstance? I keep moving oil canisters.
Virtue, dedication, honor, commitment, joy, faith, belief in some intrinsic soul that every one of us that has a soul has a small drop of a larger ocean that we will one day have the honor of returning to the whole.
Good for you. Here's the thing. Virtues hold well until you lose what keeps you virtuous. Right now, you have no idea what I've lost. And to be perfectly honest, I still don't know all that I've lost. But I've lost a lot. So I have no interest in your virtue, in your roses. I appreciate the candor. And I appreciate the assistance. But I'm going to ride into the darkness. And that's that.
We lose everything at the end. We lose it all.
After this talk, he plucks a flower from his armor and gives it to Julian. So, he asked, I think they asked Julian if he, I forget which one I asked the other night, but one of them asked. I think they asked Julian if he's actually ever been to the Eternal Night before. He said yes, but just through, passing through. And he Julian, after while walking back, Julian walks back to Gru while resisting his initial urge to just toss up out to the side, after he's outside and store it, and returns to group, and they continue on. Now they've gone on the topic of the Shaper versus anti-Shaper topic. They go and explain how Tasha explaining how she believes this is the result of it is this was a deliberate act by the ship because as payback. And she asks Valus if she would curse the world if she died. Valus kind of gives a unsure maybe. She admits that if she did, and if this was it was unfair. Though at this point, Octus does come and says and mentions how when he died, his last thoughts were not of the world. Julian himself talks about how he's seen many men die. Oh, and always seen the fear in their eyes, like. That's what, like, how people like on the verge of death may not be in their right minds. Octus says, like, after experiencing death, he's not really afraid, but then again, he is. But he also warns that he points out that he not sure if it's because he is lost, or is it he simply cannot feel fear anymore. Physically, at least. Though the conversation with Asha did remind Octus that when the word he heard, he did make a choice. So.
Well, I'm so tired of birds.
I assumed, yes.
Yeah.
This talk of prophecy earlier today.
Right.
God, what is a sparrow sword? Well, I'm so tired of birds. Shit.
Bird metaphor going on in our lives.
Golly. As a druid, me saying I'm kind of tired of birds is crazy.
Yeah.
Is the... in that prophecy, is that...
The king they were talking about, the falling, the person falling. Was that the...
I assume it's a shaper.
Yeah, I think it was your shaper.
Probably. Or tonsil.
Pay no mind to this bullshit.
It is...
You make 1,000 prophecies, a few of them are bound to be close to what happens, and they only remember the ones that are close.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
The rest just become mythology.
But we do live in a world where, like, people can write things on paper and it's magic. So...
Anyone who wants to can give me an Arcana or a History check.
I got excited, but I'm not playing the wizard, so I don't know why I'm excited.
Oh my god, this is so much.
Okay. That was great.
It's going to be...
Natural one? Got that out of the way?
Oh, no!
Natural one as well. I got a splinter in my finger.
Natural one.
Yeah.
24.
27.
Let's go!
7.
Forgot I minored in nerd.
Octus, as you begin to dig into what this could potentially be on a 27 Arcana, by the way, what would that have been on a History check if you'd done it?
On a history check, it would have been a 20... What did I say? 27? It would have been a 25.
25, gotcha. How is Octus feeling about this prophecy that he heard right now?
On a certain level, the idea that a sword itself could dispel this darkness seems a little bit far-fetched, but then again, there is very powerful magic in the world, and if the sword may not be a sword, but a key to reintroducing or bringing the life back to the land, using a sword as a metaphor for, fighting back the darkness.
On a 27 Arcana, you think, like, okay, like, wait a minute, is there something here? Hearing 600 years ago, I think that it would depend, like, you would need to see the text that the prophecy was written in to really understand it?
Yeah, it's just all hypothetical with what I overheard, but if the prophecy is speaking about the Shaper of the Orcs, that would not be referring to this specific place geographically. This was the Shaper of the Elves here, correct?
As you are hearing about the Shaper, this was the old Oberdemian Empire. These were human lands.
This was human lands. Okay, yeah, sorry.
And I think as you on the 27 Arcana,
No, this was not like this was where the sun goes. Hence why now there's it's an eternal night.
as you recognize that the doctor from the totality, the halfling doctor, had gotten it from Farad, which is the old gnomish homeland far to the northwest, and you suddenly think 600 years ago, and on a 27 Arcana, you go, what was going on 600 years ago? And you do remember reading an ancient history pre-Shaper's War of a King Kasarvis who had a 12-year reign as a gnomish monarch, in which his reign came to an end because he had used weather magic to make a long winter happen. There's like a 3-year winter that he made happen locally. You think this prophecy actually already resolved? You think that this...
Hold on. I think the lovely professor. I'm remembering something I read, and I think they're on the complete wrong track. I just realized that there's a thing that is already completely within history completed itself, and this was a prophecy regarding that 600 years ago, and it doesn't matter anymore. It has nothing to do with the Shapers.
I'm not one to kill hope, but they are venturing into danger off of a expired prophecy.
Oh my god, you want me to do something? Am I supposed to say something?
Yes, help.
Oh. Alright. How am I supposed to explain that? I know this.
You go over,
What was the name of the king?
Kasarvis.
I overheard the prophecy you were speaking of,
Oh,
and
the
I do
top
have
tell
some
the good
knowledge
doctor.
in that regard.
Good boy.
What was the name of the king you said?
Kasarvis.
I may be wrong, and this is just a hypothesis.
You get headbutted by the deer.
But could this prophecy be referring to King Kasarvis?
I just rolled a nat 20. She looks at you and goes, Kinks.
No.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
headbutt again.
You see,
I was just thinking when I overheard, and then I realized I read something a long time ago, and I think that this prophecy is towards that, and it's already resolved itself because that all went away 600 years ago.
you got... God, yes. Oh, the burst in winter, the Yeah. The sun. It was the sun. The sun. Just they meant the sun. The sun. The sun has a connotation. The sun returns in spring. It never actually.
Because he made the winter last a long time.
You see this gnomish sailor looks around and says, "Right, what's happening?
I don't mean to throw a wrench into your old plan, but I didn't want you to go out there and put yourselves in danger for absolutely no reason."
She looks over. She looks at the young gnome and says, "I'm a fraud," and then just and walks away. The gnome looks up. The gnome looks up at you, and you see he goes, Are you like a wizard or something?"
Yes.
My mom's name isn't actually Mercy. Her name was Mercedes. And she just got called Mercy.
Okay.
It could still have counted.
So when they said I'm the son of Mercy...
Oh. No, it doesn't matter. It's nothing to do with you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
This didn't feel right.
You seem like a very nice man, and it has nothing to do with
Trying to help.
Yes, no, I appreciate that. I think it'll be okay.
All right. Do you know if are they gonna take me back to Emery?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, God.
Could you ask them?
Sure,
I am happy to help. They said that maybe I was gonna help.
Right.
and bring the sun back. And I said, I don't think I'm gonna bring the sun back.
Honestly, I don't think you are either, and I'm sorry. It's not besmirching you in any way. I will ask if you can get a ride home. What's your name?
Clive.
Clive Mercedes.
No!
What?
Clyde Fisher. My mother's Mercedes.
Oh, okay, yes, sorry. Clive Fisher, I will ask around. I'm gonna try and follow the professor for a minute.
You follow the professor. You see that she's weeping in front of Masha right now, who's looking very concerned at her.
Yeah, sorry.
Masha looks up and says, my Lord Taconis, yes.
I caused this.
Young Lord Taconis brought up an excellent point, which is that actually from the time period that the prophecy was in, and given that the prophet, it's likely to my credit, it is a true prophecy.
Yes, it is.
It just happened. It did work.
Just a long time ago.
And you see that Mosh looks and says, "Oh, well, we'll jot it down. That's fine. Great. Well, we're in a stage of just ruling them out, mostly at this point, so..."
I just thought it would be a waste of resources and people to possibly go somewhere dangerous where you didn't need to.
Masha looks out at you. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check here.
You have natural advantages against persuasion for druids.
Not this time. 12. Oh.
Well, she looks at you and says, "Well, I think that we have saved ourselves a trip." You see,
the main troop also still has the troop they're currently getting with right now still has to deliver the filament.
a poor man named Clive, who
we were going to. Clive, we were always going to take you home. And you see, she turns and says, "Thank you for this is a kindness. Thank you, Dr. Talter." And you see that the doctor just nods silently.
She's still very embarrassed.
Thank you. It would have been... It is good not to waste the time of these noble knights and of the wise circle of ancients, and if...
They do right now. They're trying to get the doctor a little bit out of funk by getting her to talk about our other works. Like she talks about how the totality has been researching divine magics academically, like how it's accomplished and what the process is like. Because clearly, like stuff like paladins have like considered magics are considered divine. They don't necessarily come from a deity, as shown by the fact that the Shapers are dead, but there's still play of paladins.
Distantly.
oh wow.
Oh, this is her showing off for some of her other powers. Superpowers.
There you have it. And then yeah. And then she
Gas on
she turns to you and says, "My area of."
She talks about her original study, which was celestial biology, like these like the angelic beings and stuff, who for Chico could actually become. She says that the argument could be made that these could actually be classified as constructs, made from those like where normal constructs are made from mortal materials and stuff. They are made from the materials of the divine planes. And she goes on to further tell how like the Shapers may have learned the art of creating or base their ability, their methods of creating in celestials off of what they learned from primordials. She does learn, talk about knows Octus because she knows no idea about his family situation, about some of the good things that goes to, like, they are major patrons, benefactors who research of the totality. And talk about how, like, she finds fascinating, like all the other gods, for their, death angels, and they had death angels and stuff like there. They had, these different cycles. The Tacomas were basically the psychopomps of the sun god, and were the only mortal truly mortal psychopomps. Pumps. Farriers of souls. Honestly, she's saying goodbye. She gives her address to Octus, if you have any other things to discuss and stuff, it may help with research and stuff, or if you need any help, because, she's disappointed that her theory didn't pan out. It's better to learn it, now than actually go all the way into the danger and then find out later. and offers any help in the future she could give in the future.
Over there and recognize some of the locals.
Last quick mission now.
They are.
That's true.
Julian, you see the Creed wagons over there and recognize some of the locals.
Creed wagon is very funny.
Creed wagons. Welcome to... Hey, hop on the Creed wagon.
You are weak.
Me wagon.
Can you take...
Can't afford that.
I can't afford it. 3 seconds is fair use.
I'm all for
You
fair
look over and see
I'm all for fair use, as you guys know.
a local, the Lux of Garwin, helping sort of load the wagons up, and getting them ready to head out towards Venadas here. There's a little bit of tension in the camp between the Candescent Creed.
Between and the druids, well, they're both not of the shepherds. They're kind of things are not. They're not exactly. They're not contradicting each other. They're not quite mixing her, especially with some of the minor practices of the creed, but trying to be the one people turn the faith to, which means some of the people they are trying to get converts from each other. Back again, Julian asks, says before they leave, he needs certain questions that need to be asked to each member. He asks Valus what she wants, and he needs an answer. She's here because of Octus, like what happened to him. And while she can't say that, they kind of know, they all already know why. If it's possible, it doesn't go back, why not maybe find a way to bring back her family? Or even so. Maybe even bring back the Elven Shaper, Salandri. Maybe return that, which of course is Taisha is more willing to get on her case about.
Do you know what that means? I could bring back maybe my family, maybe.
I like to just point out, not to ruin this moment, but I watch these live, so I try to watch these live, so when I do that, I have to get some on certain start times.
Maybe I could bring back Salandri.
There it is.
What assurances do we have that if this House Daconis is responsible for this very thing, that you would not give all of this up for their secrets to bring back your god, and we are led to the slaughter?
Why would I do that?
Are we more important to you than your god? And if they can offer you that knowledge?
I wouldn't do that. And I know you don't know me, but I wouldn't do that.
Why would we believe you?
You can't. You don't know me. Just as I don't know any of you.
You know what we believe. You are so stuck mourning your God and the life that you lost. What would you put on an altar of sacrifice to get back what you have lost? So many people have lost so many things.
Myself. For starters. I would put myself on the block before any of you.
Do I believe her?
Give me an insight check.
I cast guidance.
Actually, give me a persuasion or deception. You don't have to say which one.
Okay. I gotta stand. I'm just not gonna look, I'm just gonna take one. Okay, it's not terrible.
16.
18.
9.
No, sorry, 17.
You're closer.
Still got him though.
On a 17, I believe that, Valus, you have the ability to invite Julian to read whatever you would like on your face. What does he read in this moment?
I think from the only being able to see her eyes in this moment, I think you feel an immense amount of pain. And I think it's heavy, but from what you can gather and just feeling, she's being true. Yeah.
I think from being one hard wall of emotion facing another, seeing that bit of deep pain peek through kind of catches him off guard slightly, and even for a moment you see Julian kind of I am an instrument of war.
He basically says for now, she'll have his confidence, but he's still gonna be keeping an eye out. But since he's not just picking on her, he now asks Octus, what Octus would do if his family offers to restore him, like if they found a way to if they at least claim to find a way to bring him fully back to life, like no like weird stuff. Thing. What would you do? Octus just reminds him that his family is the one who made him dead in the first place. not really quite an answer, because, and Julie said, but what if they can't? But yeah, but what if they come around and saying they had good stuff, like they needed him to that, but what they needed to do for him for his death has already been accomplished, and offers it now they found use for him. Like, what, if they give him some sort of offer, what? He said, yeah, they would never do that. They're not going to do that. I don't actually remember if him saying anything that says, well, let's say, if there's anything part of Octopus is saying that his family would never actually try give him that offer and stuff. Not that he would. Not that, I'm not sure if he actually said anything outright saying he wouldn't accept if it was given. You know, that could just be like him stuck on how bad his family is. Octus does say he'll right now one of his biggest thing is to get more information about what happened and how and why. And at this point, Octus also kind of calls out Taisha for giving him looks. You know, ever since they met with the druid stuff, and he had that little intimidation thing, like, was going on. It's like that kind of made her uneasy, and he has those. He's been giving her like a couple a side eye here and there. He said, "I was the one particular." Well, he says he is trusting her. He is trusting her to attempt that. However, he does have to point out that you're saying that he's not sure he can protect her, not by lack of effort, but that she may not be strong enough, powerful enough to. They're dealing with quite powerful forces, and they're currently can be considered above average. Yeah, very above average, perhaps, but still, he's not sure if she has the ability to protect them against what they're going to be coming up against.
What's the Stone of Night song made of? It's not stone.
It isn't.
Do I know?
Yes.
Wait. Yes, we did learn this.
Mozor said it's not stone, it's bone.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, and now,
Celestial.
Yep.
and if you recall, they now have someone who they haven't quite. Keep in mind, this is right before leaving, so they're still in the camp. So the good doctor hasn't. The good doctor is still around, and did in fact study celestial biology.
That's right. Do I know that? Does Bayless know this?
Bayless
Yes.
knows that.
Yes, I know exactly what it is. And I've always known. I forgot.
Right. No, that did not slip my mind when I was speaking to them. And there may come a time where we do ask them for help in that area. But I didn't think offering up that information immediately upon to someone who does not know the situation was a good idea. I also still don't know exactly how I react to either its closer proximity or further proximity from my body.
We may all die trying to save my son. She may die heading back to the totality.
They could try seeing if she can asking her, what the frick's her name again? Amory, talk to Amory about, like, she knows as any information on the Stone of Night Song, or if not, she can go look, inquire about it at the totality. Julian says, with what need to be said, Julian is getting saddled up.
That Bayless and Julian cannot hear as Taisha goes to get the doctor. She looks and says, "My Lord Taconis."
Oh, this is Gaia?
You have been killed by your family.
She's been overhearing the conversation, learning that, and she says just like first time that Octus was killed.
You are surrounded by the knight of an enemy house, the servant of dead gods, and one who walks a path that would see you destroyed in your current state.
Correct.
This mission, such as it is doomed, my lord.
True.
She stands up, or sits up straighter on her horse and looks ahead.
I appreciate your directness and your candor. I have no interest in God. Look, I know you didn't do what you did on purpose. It's an unfortunate situation that you've put yourself in, unbeknownst to yourself. But unfortunately, one of the people that you sent off is Lady Tasha's son. And there is nothing in the world that will make her angrier than if you endanger one of her children.
Give me a persuasion check.
Let's go.
$21.
Basically, because she kind of has to admit to him because he's right now that while she was hearing that this and like what has going on between him and his family, she's wondering if she shouldn't. It would not be better, like honor-wise, if she should betray him to the Draconis, like because he may be a Draconis, but he's also going against the family she is technically has allegiance to, so she's not sure right now. Octa says he's aware that she's probably been kind of figured out. She's been thinking that he's right now. He thinks he can trust her, but he also says that to be blunt, that he is already dead. She can't kill him. And if she tries, she will die.
A sailor who has an apple. Oh, my good God, the apple! My God, look at the size of your head. And you see that she looks over and says, "Oh, yes, Claude. The apples are large. It's an effect of the Barodel. The Orcish Barodel is a region of incredibly lush and vibrant life. the only positive barrow deal. Some have positive. Oh, hello. And you see as you approach.
Tasha kind of tries to give more comfort to Dr. Cast my memory. Emery, that even if it turns out she was chasing something, it's good of her to try. Like, at least she's attempting something. She's willing to attempt something. She does point out the other the troops she was their own personal expedition, like with the filaments, could still use her if she's willing to stay with them. And she her in which case she'll talk to Masha. Oh, this one.
Roll.
And her eyes glow white.
Yeah,
The place of wings.
As you can see, this is hypertrophic.
I think I found the clue.
Oh God.
And that's where we'll go to break.
The wedding.
We come back from the break to this moment I'm describing right
That's
now.
like the beginning of a wedding.
Marriage is what brings us together.
Oh, Peter Cook.
Peter Cook, we return to the Shadowlight Waypoint, where a tiny halfling woman has just collapsed in.
She states like what's it called? She states the name of the place. I can't remember. I can't read my own writing. Shoot. But it's a place where the big troop with Alagar is heading. She apparently just had a vision. Like, she has her own abilities to make prophecy. And they ask, she asks, wait, do you know where this place is? Like, where they're going? And it's like, yeah, it's not exactly a secret. So I think she's just getting a little excited. They point out it is where they're heading. The company they're tracking is.
The journey to Tinder, and she goes, I'm not very good at this.
It's okay, breathe.
I thought I was focused on the stupid fucking sword. I was focused on the sword and on Clive. And you see that...
Clive, give me the apple.
You see he rolls it up a hand and elbow pops it over.
There you go. Which is full.
Pops and locks an apple.
Yeah, 100%. Just Harlem Globetrotters and apple into a doctor's mouth.
I'm gonna have to explain. I've missed a couple weeks of work, and you see Obsess looks over and says, she says, the Tanasar,
Tanasar, that's it. She explains what she saw in the vision. She saw like wings, and she had a vision of wings, and the sight of a barrel guard facing down undead. And upon hearing this, and of course, upon hearing this, they asked her to describe the barrel guard she saw. Which she can't really do. I think she saw him like from the back, as he was looking, facing the undead coming at him. But she does describe herself as a cleric of truth, like a novel god, but of truth.
Of dedication. So people get visions from gods because gods want to send them visions, and
So
when the thing you revere isn't a person, why would it send you a message? But some of us think that sometimes it does, and I just got a vision.
This is your first vision.
Yep.
You're doing great. You saw the back of an orc
guarding against undead in what looked like sunken holy site. Tanasar is a place that I had studied because it is of extreme significance to someone in my line of study because Tanasar was a rumored oracular location associated in some texts in which it's referenced by both the Halo Var and the Taconis as being a site associated with their houses. I don't know if it's possible that, because the texts are across a couple different centuries, so it's possible that it changed hands, or it's possible that both houses had a role to play. They were the two priestly houses of the Obertunian Empire, but fundamentally it was called the Place of Wings because it was a place to summon celestial aid. The Place of Wings, and it was a promise made to Tansul, to his followers. Now, what's fascinating is Tansul, the writings of the priests of the houses of Halavar and Taconis that received this missive from the Shaper of the Sun, indicated that there would never be a cause to require celestial aid without requesting the aid from your Shaper. In other words, why would you make a request to anything other than your Shaper and assume that celestial aid would be imparted from him? Some of the texts, in terms of summoning the aid, actually use a separate word, which is crafting aid. In which case, Tanasar, as the Place of Wings, would have been a place where, for whatever reason, Tansul would have gifted his followers the ability, should something happen, because there's actually, in one of the missives,
to make their own
celestial.
You're brilliant.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
I'll go to Venatus if you want, but
Yeah,
Do you want me to come to
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, you're ours now. Come here. Do you have your own horse? Do you want to be on...
So much for saying her with the rest of the troop. No, they've just, she's been drafted into the searchers.
You're on my horse.
Lovely. And you see that she goes up on your horse and says, and what's your name?
Oh, we did do this.
We did.
Yeah.
Tasha. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot.
No,
I was
you're
very
good.
focused on.
You were very focused on a sword. Oh, do you have that sword? Clive, get the sword.
You see that Clive brings the sword over and says, I raise a lot.
Okay,
Sorry. And you see that she takes this
Great sword for most of
To you, this sword is a letter opener. This is a very small. It looks kind of archaically small, even for halfling or gnomish hands.
Nice.
And you see, she comes over and says, yeah, everything before Lord Taconis ruined this is gone from me. But, so I momentarily forgot your name and the names of your companions.
Oh, it's okay. We'll do that on the way.
Wait.
Do you need to grab any of your other things?
I had already packed because I couldn't bear to be here. So everything is packed and I'm ready to go.
All right.
Clive, goodbye. And you see that...
Me too.
What a weird week he's had.
Just on a ship being like, explain exactly what you think I can do for you. You see that Amber walks up, Guy is on her horse. You guys just see this halfling woman walk up again, kind of like lovely little like white and blue scholar's gown and vest, spectacles, sort of a mousy face and some brown hair, looking out. Hello?
Coming with us.
What?
Did you...
They have like some. They know of like Tuxes. They do have to point out that the doctor doesn't mean that the way they know this, the where they read this from was something that was written in divine script. It's type of script that they're still trying to decipher. Like they're still trying to figure out the translation. So, grain of salt. At this point, that it's possible that the real goal of the Dakotas in the endless thing is to make their own celestial.
Hold it right under your chin. The doctor. Draw my rapier and just hold it right under your chin. Do you fear us?
Yes.
We'll be alright.
Don't worry about that.
Vomits hard, just hard vomit.
Yeah.
Good. Let's get it out now.
You have.
You know, we're taking her, right? This is the least of our worries.
Yeah, fair. Stand by me.
Hurry up.
You guys ride off.
Donkey wagon, donkey wagon.
Love a dude party.
It's falling ass.
As all of you make your way further,
It's back.
as you of all people, betrayal.
You want people back.
As you make your way from the Shadowlight waypoint,
Right, they keep going, and they and it's now that they finally start entering the endless night. They see they could see like here and there a ranger stopping point where you may get water and stuff and a rest point. They get often they see like this sort of a series of cliffs and stuff, or like a range of mountains, like a flat thing called which they know to be the Titan's bench. And then they start seeing it, the white sand dunes that mark the Oberdemian Empire. They can see the Terra Via, the ancient highway. It follows the aqueducts that supply the main water supply for the internal areas of the empire.
raised this high up above the desert, heading towards.
How are the winds? Like, is it just up here? Like, are we just being...
Bria, that's a great question. Would you have to roll a luck check?
Oh, no.
You really don't want a 1, and you don't want a 6 or lower.
9?
9.
I'm never going to ask a clarifying question.
Absolutely not. We're going to ask all of them.
They the ones start battering a bit more, but they're still proceeding. They can see in the distance a massive sandstorm, like anywhere up to a quarter mile high.
Of horror or rage on their face, and their limbs are at odd angles.
There's these great, like, statues or... like, there's these great statues, like, they described as stone colossi.
As though they moved as they fell.
This is so fucking rad and like my favorite poem. Bumbo works, you mighty. Fucking despair.
Fucking freak out.
We all know that poem.
They know, they start thinking about, like, they know, like, all the Sun houses are all, like, all have sorcery in their blood. on most part. A lot of the noble houses do, like they've had some, like found so those who carry magic in theirs and married them in, so they have the magic. And this has been going on long ago, so they're wondering, did was one of the other houses able to animate these great colossi? And we learn they still get back, and they do after a successful check. But there was like two other great houses besides Daconis and Halavar that were in there. I forget what one of them was called, but the other one was Kalastra. And with Kalastra being the more likely one to command such constructs. And I'm right here
speak the statue's language. Turgid!
What?
Didn't work.
I don't speak stone.
Axel, if you remember, I thought, well,
You see that Dame Saramai looks at you and says, "The warrior houses, they died in legend."
hey, she knows how the Tekons and Halos did not stay loyal to to their god, but they were the ones who survived. She's still trying to figure out where she. I feel like she's still processing all the new information. Like she's like, but she was tricked by her liege lords to betraying her post at the Castle Torch. But now she's working for one of them, but who's seemingly going up against the rest of the family. Here, she's still Octa's talking to Amory, says that he did have a similar vision to hers. I don't know. He does not go to explain to her how he had the vision.
Person of faith, I always assumed, lacked a certain degree of intelligence. And that just might be the way I was raised.
I, in my experience, have not found it to be the case that the presence or absence of faith is a predictor for the presence or absence of intellect.
Good.
I would agree.
Yes, I
wasn't meant to insult anybody. I just.
Yes, I believe. I believe.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Talbot does continue on with what she knows of Townsend. Like it was a place create that was so Tansel's death could be avenged if he were ever slain. But not he though. In that case, he was not thinking about being slain by mortals, but by his brother amongst the Shavers, Asgra. I think it was the the orc one? Yeah. And basically, the secret was only given to the priestly houses in that event. And
I want some more rolls like that.
Let's die.
let's go.
I want some more rolls like the one Bria just did for weather. I want some more rolls like that.
Let's die. Exposure.
Ashley, would you roll a d20 for me?
No.
Damn. That was the realest shit. Okay, Valence. Don't ask
If you
again.
avoid a 6 or lower, definitely don't want a 1.
Okay.
And it's
She rolls above, I believe. So there. Julian at this point does remind them how dangerous this place can be.
then the things that crawl through the endless dark will have a chance to seek warmth.
Basically, don't like torture stuff. It might attract
Sir Julian.
more than maybe attract danger more than
Not
it'll keep you safe.
emotionally. Like your blood.
I got what you're laying down.
Yeah.
So,
Nothing wants my blood anymore, so I'm good with whatever.
you're fine. The road then, or...
I mean, I would be fine to press on, but I don't know what we should do.
Alright.
Should have determined which number.
I do that so much.
Alright, flip a coin. Heads. Fuck.
Yeah.
What does heads mean?
Yeah, should we flip?
Alright,
Yeah.
high is press on, low is stay on here.
Okay.
18. Press on.
So we're pressing on. We feel good about this?
Of course, there is no time to waste. And, you know, maybe in the wilderness we'll find a place to stay out of sight to keep our warmth hidden. And at least prepare should something try and find its way to where we keep rest.
As also, I'm awake the whole time.
Same.
Up here, and I look off on the horizon of that distant dust storm. Used to say they won't come our direction, we'd sleep. And I would...
The dust storm? It's not going to. It's nice to know a druid. I pick up like a little bit of stone. This is a stone that will keep the dust storm away. As long as you keep it in your pocket and believe.
Do I believe her?
You put it in your pocket.
Go ahead, give me an insight check. DC 5. Your deception.
10.
10. What'd you get in your deception roll, Bria?
I got 12 plus...
Doesn't matter.
15.
I think the rock movement. Your protection is appreciated. And I put the rock in my pocket.
You've now got a little flower and a little rock there.
Yeah. just handing you weird shit. Like, yeah.
Octus now brings back the book of the names of stones. It explains what how anything it could be useful. Valence ends up placing one of the embers in her sensor. They can see higher up these these mountain hold lakes frozen, and Julian at least knows that these are often the expression is mined for water, like chipped off blocks of ice so they can melt into water supplies.
Save, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, great.
Natural 1 for a 0.
Baby! You got that right here.
As you guys are riding and pressing further on, I'm going to roll some saves for our NPCs as well.
Save the donkey.
Valus, you're very normal. You know how to listen to your body, like when it is time to stop. Octus, you're in a different set of circumstances. Tasha,
somehow the shadiest thing you've ever said.
I'm having my own problems.
Tasha, even without the sun being present here, you just see where the stars are in the sky and know that this is when you would normally be bedding down, like the time.
Okay.
Just Julian's reaction to that.
Okay. That's it. Given the blurriness of the space.
Oh.
I will say, shadows are possible to see. Can someone light a torch?
So,
I will say, I want to get just Julian's reaction to that.
Okay. That's it. Given the blurriness of the space, the readiness of preparation, the mind's already preoccupied with 6 other things, kind of hears that and just absentmindedly grabs a torch from his side pack and goes to ignite it.
As you go to light it, you see Dr. Talter looks at you and says, "Is everything all right?"
Yes, for a torch.
Dr. Talter looks at you. She did not ask for a torch.
Julian, blow out.
Yes.
Get rid of that.
I stop it with prestidigitation.
As you go to snuff it, I'm going to need everybody here to roll initiative.
Let's have fun. We could have slept on the cold highway.
That's my favorite place. That's better than a one. Ooh! I'm so honest today.
Ooh! It's Sandy.
It's bad.
Sandy.
That's fine. Sandy!
Pleasure being friends with you.
Yes.
Thank you.
That is a natural 20 initiative check.
Let's fucking
So 23, because there's no one got it.
It counts. It counts.
I'm going to need you to look up the text of prestidigitation for me, if you'd be so kind.
No. It's not a small thing. Do I not know how D&D works?
Bruh, I feel like prestidigitation, druidcraft, and...
Instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire.
Great.
Look at these horses. They're beautiful.
Beautiful horsies. Everyone's got these lovely horses.
We just check in.
How does your guys' marching order look to you? Who would be in front? Who's where?
You'd probably be closer to the front since you have the most experience in this space.
Yeah, and dark vision.
But it wouldn't be too far from you.
Same. I
Okay.
feel like I would be. Yeah, I feel like I like where I'm at.
Feels good, that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like if you were in the middle, like, you would also be throwing out a bit of heat with your...
With the
Ember sensors.
embers.
Hell yes. What did we get for initiative? We got a nat 20 here.
Yeah, 23 total.
For 23 for Octus.
17 for Julian.
17 for Julian.
For Taisha. You can go first.
Taisha.
for it?
Oh my god, yeah.
Let's go.
What do we get for Valus?
Natural blood.
13.
13 for Valus.
Okay, so Julian, Taisha.
Best places.
We're there, yeah, 100%. Good job. Way to wait till then. It like wanted to remind me. It's like, just don't forget. I love rolling ones.
Sometimes don't like you.
Sometimes fuck you a little bit. Jokes on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I need more time.
Yes. 13 for Valus, that's great. Octus, you are going to be first to go, my friend.
All killing you.
So, action prestidigitation snuffs the torch, correct?
Yes.
So the torch is lit, you snuff it. Julian, that is going to be you, or you or Taisha who would act first.
That'd be me acting before.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you want to know if it's an action. I got you.
Sorry. Okay. And here we go. Octus uses his power mentions well, Octus uses prestidigitation to snuff out the torch. Yeah.
You,
Jokes on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I need more time.
yes. 13 for Valus, that's great. Octus, you are going to be first.
Julian gets the sense of something. He could swear something's underneath the horse. He smells to deal with it. But nothing's there. And he starts to realize something's influencing him.
Detect magic. As you bring up the magic, you look. Julian is surrounded by death everywhere, all around him, pushing in from all sides. You remember the feeling in the Palazzo Divinos, the shades. as you go to get up on your horse, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage. Okay.
13.
On a 13, you look and see behind you over here. Looking under, everything's okay. Behind you, you hear Gaia go, of course. Lights a torch. As Julian is suddenly greeted from torchlight, stretching off into the sand, you see is his shadow that spreads on the sand behind him. As you go up onto your horse, there is a moment where your hand goes in front of you. Your hand goes in between the torch and your own throat, casting your shadow on yourself. You are dragged off your horse and dragged 20 feet into the nighttime desert, and you take...
Oh. It's so good.
19 points of damage.
Oh my god!
We move further in initiative.
That is my full movement to leave Julian to die. What the fuck is that?
Julian, the experience you have is your arm goes tight with like rigor mortis, casting a shadow from Gaia's torch on your own throat, and you feel yourself being choked and crushed by your own shadow on your skin, dragging you off into the desert. Bayless, it's going to be your turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bayless.
Okay.
She's not too sure what to do right now, so we actually move to Octa's turn, who once again prestidigitations Gaia's torch and tells her not to do anything unless he says so. Which is great, except she thought he actually said so. She thought she thought he was responding to his order already to light it. However, as soon as the light goes out and the shadow's no longer there, Julian is released. And using her connection to the natural world, I think it is. I actually forget who said this, but using perception, they could tell that Julian and Gaia are surrounded by spirits. Julian decides to rebound up, uses her to rebound up, so they can get the heck out of there. Vales uses a lay on hands.
Let me heal you 4.
Took 19.
I will kill you.
I can heal you for up on the horse.
What did she say?
And
How much do you heal him for?
let me heal you 4.
Took 19.
I will kill you.
I can heal you for 15 points.
You need to go to the horse. I will
That's all
kill
I got.
you.
Sure don't want to save that for later. Give me 5. 5 will be plenty. Save the others. Look, it's a great helpful defibrillator if need be.
Yes, it's a little something.
Yes.
I'll take it.
If
Are
you
you
hear
hurt? Do you
any,
need help, buddy?
You touch me, I cut off your head.
if you hear anyone tell you to light any light source, double check with them before you do.
Great. If you hear something, say something.
If you see something, scream.
You stop screaming. She's just back there screaming.
Yeah.
Gaia asked Julian, Gaia asked, Julian what heard like what what he thought he was told. He's going to answer, but those are not looking at him and says, he realized she wasn't the one asking. With those very spooked at this point, they're trying to move out fast, like quick pace. As they make more distance, they're wondering, do you think they fought out to make camp? Taisha is concerned right now that the ones who heard these misinformation, the two who are being affected are the ones who tend to react more violently. The more after they are more apt to respond with violence.
Listen, what are we going to do about the shades surrounding them?
How far are we from the Build a Seraph workshop? God damn it. Fucker. If we push through, maybe we can
Arrive there exhausted?
What if one of you rides with each of us and you can rest? You too. I don't know what to tell you, but I don't know.
We have to rest.
Yes.
We are walking into a fight against armies of undead.
Oh, it's the closest thing we have to a windshield. Glance out on the horizon to see if there's any sort of,
That place we fought.
I mean, anything similar to that where
Yeah.
there is like an alcove or a piece of terrain that we could use to block most of the wind.
Give me a survival check.
Remember that any place that causes a shadow is dangerous.
17.
You can see this canyon there, though it seems unusually straight in its in how it's laid. It's possible. It possibly could be an ancient city, like long buried by the sands of the region.
As I reach under my pouch and grab the little druid stone and kind of rub it with my thumb.
Okay, let's go.
You guys ride on. I would like a very low DC, but like a DC 8 Constitution. Constitution save from everybody.
I think.
Fine.
Great.
Natural one.
Literally exactly 8.
Exactly.
I forget what this is for. Anyway, they enter the canyon and find a which does appear to be like more man-made than naturally carved. they find this corner big enough for them. Though, sadly not for the horses who will have to when get outside. They can rest here, and will, in fact. Byrne does take time to note that here in the Internal Night, you not always have luxury of rest. Not in the just in the sense like there's so much things here, but in that you literally may not be able to gain benefit from a rest. So that's not a problem right now, because they do. He's based on what roles they could make it. Octa starts using the book of zone names, which turns out to be a what? Oh yeah, it touches you to touch register to see the shells. Valence is the one that and just some of the. Apparently, the actual magical, like the in-game function, is not just there, but you can ask them questions, and it's basically allows you to cast legend lore, maybe like once a day or something, so long as it involves rocks. And through it, he could see the memories of the stone, see an warrior some sort of overdemon empress moving hundreds, if not thousands, of stones, large stones through the air to bring them to be used for construction. He then sees a halo of our priests praying at a temple, with a brazier. And through it, and in the flame, a face appears. The face of the the shaper of humans. Tansul, the sun god.
Word shadow moves through, and the stone feels it and remembers it. My lord, this place you have given us, there can be no use for it. There can be no use. We will never be without you. Why would you give us tools to use in an age without you? I cannot understand it, Father, please. Tansul speaks. Does the sun not vanish with the coming of each and every night? Ages, like days, come and go in the long march of time. Know that a day may come where I am gone, but a day will come where I return.
Oi. Now that is...
Stone calls back out. You see this final memory here. To make a servant in your image. What would we make it from? sacrifice. Nothing can be made that is of worth without my dearest materials.
Oh, this.
What would be a sacrifice worthy of this weapon? Sacrifice that thing which is most precious. And what could be more precious to me? Tassel extends a finger towards the heart of this priest. Then you. The light vanishes from this memory of the stone of the temple as you finish casting your spell, and the stone tells you its story.
Well, first off, they all agree. This after explaining, he admits that this book is way more useful than they thought. Like he was thinking of sizes before, like it's actually no. This thing has actual like practical use. I didn't really think it would be something like this myself. Like, well. He tells him that Tansel promised that he would return, and he seems like it almost made him seem like for creating the Celestials, he needed like a human life, or precisely human hearts to create a Celestial. And I didn't even think this was one of the things going into the reference, but they quickly catch on. This is probably the reason why Octus died originally, why they needed to kill him. Because they specifically placed his knife in place of his heart, which they took with him. Now they have a much clearer idea what the Dakotas are up to. They are in fact trying. Well, they don't have full confirmation yet because they still need that. But it seems more likely that their goal is to make a Celestial, at least one Celestial. They could continue on tonight and take the rest. Julian no longer hears the voices like this little curse has passed, and they move out in the morning. As they continue on, they can see an excavation site. It is it would unearth this obsidian temple at the bottom of a quarry. The area is scattered with different, like, half-buried obelisks. Oh.
And only at arriving at the bottom do you look out and see some structures not of stone or glass here. Under the stars and the shifting sands, there are banners fallen to the ground of the Barrow Guard. The grounds of the temple before its massive gate.
You can see a brio or like shake her head a little bit. They are very together.
You do not know what state they are in, but you see them collapse to the ground, the figures of fallen warriors here. What do you do as you approach?
It's not even a thought, just a natural reaction. My son is a Fang, but he is Aloy too. and I put a little spike through his ear. I want to find him. I'm here to save him. I cast.
And she casts locate object on her son's ear piercing. She does not get ping off the location. He is not here, which means they still have to search him. But at least he's not amongst the fallen. Vale starts to notice something. She can't go crazy, but there's something wrong with the bodies. And they see one starts moving.
You see twitching in some weird way. What do you do, standing over the body?
I'm going to sort of lean down and try to find his eyes.
I'm going to draw my blade just carefully.
Yes.
You lean down. Eyes, more than a dozen, look at you. The front of the helm, there's something twitching there. And suddenly, song, nightingale song. The clothes empty until there is nothing but bare white bones as 100 nightingales fly through the opening of the helmet surrounding your body, Valus, and lifting you 5 feet up off the ground. And that's where we're going to end our episode.
Nuh-uh.
Cool!
No! No!
What?
Just like tell us what happens.
No, we have time.
We have to drink it.
We don't have
Nah,
to.
they were good.
Time, like, I don't know if
Perverted. What?
You got perverted. Too many birds. Too many birds. Well, you got sparrows, nightingales, magpies, falcons. I love it. Hey, we'll find out what next episode's bird is next time. As always, is it Thursday?
Hey!
No. Well, we're not Sunday. We still got a few days there. But in the meantime, let me introduce you to tonight 2 different homebrew. One of which, unfortunately, for some reason, it's not letting me post. So I'll have to later put this in the description of these feet in the comments. But this is specifically the Truth Domain. The D&D ONE, the Truth Domain Cleric D&D ONE version. This is a redoing of course, the 5e, and it was never even started working on it, no plans to do it, until she made the comment where I am a cleric of truth. And, now I have to. When the gods first appeared, many truths were revealed, even born. As the servant of the gods, it is your responsibility to nurture, uphold, and defend these truths. Then you start with your Truth Domain spells at level 3. One of the 3 features you get at level 3. Your connection to divine domain, to this divine ensures you always have certain spells ready. When you reach a certain spell, when you reach a cleric level specified in the Truth Domain spell table, you thereafter have the list of spells prepared. And these spells are your level 1 spells and level 2, which you both get level 3. Detect Magic, detect evil as your level ones, as well as detect, because of course, like, detect is to know and therefore see truth. Detect thoughts, and of course, you can't have the truth without true zone of truth. Then at your fifth cleric level, you get your third level spells Dispel Magic to avoid any magical falsehoods, and Clairvoyance to see to help you see the truth, as will you do with your fifth level. Your fourth level spells at level 7, Divination. Also, Compulsion, like, you can get it to force it to, like, say truth or. You get Circle Power Up. What does this do again? Oh yeah, it gives you edge on saving throws, and who's ever on saving throws, well, which means you can't be beguiled by, beguile you by magic. And contact for another plane for in case you need to converse. And of course, I also want, these are your fifth level spells, but which is normally where it's up, but this is one of the few ones where I have gives you a single sixth level at level 11, which is True Seeing. Because, of course, what goes better with it. Because, of course, nothing says truth domain like True Sight. You have your second feature you get at level 3, Lie Detector. You are proficient in Insight, Perception, Investigation. If you already have proficiency in any of these skills, they become expertise. Big one for that. I'm starting to mention less of priest and more of like cop or something, like detective for this. But you also get your final level 3 ability is Aura of Honesty. Once per long rest, select a number of creatures equal to half your cleric level. Also, selected creatures have advantage on insight checks, but they also have disadvantage on deception checks for a number of minutes equal to your wisdom modifier. Finally, moving out of you now get level 6 Painful Truth. Whenever you fail an insight, perception, or investigation check, you'll basically be. Yeah. Once I'll get through the feature before you comment. Sorry. Checks or a save and throw that to resist or ending the. For resisting or ending the blinded, charmed, or deafened conditions, you may use your reaction to spend 1 hit point. You would take the result of the hit die as damage and add the results to the check or save. It is hard to get anything past you with all this buffs to your insight, perception, and investigation. Then you skipping all the way to level 17, your capstone ability, Anti-Falsehood. When you gain information about a creature, you can use your reaction to target the creature. If they are using deception, they take psychic damage equal to their deception check or deception DC. Like, the better they are deceiving, the more painful it is. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your cleric level per long rest. Yes, that's it there. It's virtually the same thing there. The only bit of difference is, like, although these level 3 abilities were originally at levels 1, like this is, and level 2, which was Aura Honesty, which originally in the 5e version was actually a channel divinity. Also, of course, like the clerics of 5e also had an 8th. I think they had a level 8 feature too, which was either like something that allows them to enhance their strikes or enhance the damage from cantrips, which was in this case, which was what this had, potent spellcasting. And for the second one, of course, was something about prophecy, and it seems like then some divination magic. So I present you the third level divination spell, Inxeyeght. It is an action cast. It can be cast as a ritual, though. Which is good, because I only made it 1 minute, and it's concentration. So if you're not using it directly for combat, it's, that you might have to do, like, spend multiple times trying to recast it. A lot of times recasting it. Your range of vision increases 5-fold. Like, you could see things farther off, like 5 times clearer. By focusing on a solid object or structure, you can see through it, or you could see into it and or through it. Though for whatever distance you see through solid matter you look through, you lose this 10 times that distance in vision. You can see. Okay. Yeah. So while this spell is active, you can focus on one creature within 30 feet of you, and if you do of you that you can see, and use your bonus action to mark that creature. Any attacks against the marked creature will have their critical threshold, which is what a term I came up with to the minimum lowest roll to land a critical hit. You roll a nat 20 to get a critical hit. This will help you so you get it like on a, like in this case, like without any other modifiers, a 19 or 20. There are other things to do it, but usually they specify which numbers in instead of, so this does allow for stacking. Just keep in mind, this is a self spell, so no, like everyone concentrating on all like casting multiple ones, but having them affect one person. Anyway, it reduces it by 1, so it'd be 19, as I said, or 20. You may you may only have one creature marked at a time, and can use your bonus action to move the mark to a different creature, but only if the currently marked creature's HP is reduced 0, or you take a magic action, which is on top of the bonus action you would normally take 2 for this, to do so. If you use your action to damage an unmarked creature while not attempting to damage it, like you try to attack another creature using your attack action, or say you cast a fire spell, you have to make sure that the marked creature is one of the is in that radius, even if it has some way to prevent it from taking damage from that. As long as it was in the range of the spell, it worked. Otherwise, if you basically do not follow this, you automatically lose concentration. While using the spell at higher levels, Well, like for every level above 3, you can choose one of the following benefits. And you can choose you don't have to choose the same one for all levels. You can mix and match. You can either increase the range, which you can mark a creature at by 15 feet. B, or you can also increase the duration of the spell by another 5 rounds or 30 seconds. Or you can reduce the critical threshold further, reducing it by 1. So now it'll be 2. 18, 19, 20 will get you crit. But keep in mind, if you do this, it requires 3 levels to work. So the most you could get to is -3. Is a -3 to your crit threshold, which will get you a 17, 18, 19, or 22 score crit, which is good. But keep in mind, you'll be sacrificing a 9th level spell slot to do so. With that, I thank you for joining me. Before I continue, I just want to point out the reason why it's called Inxeyeght is it looks into things with it like an X-ray, which is why the X is there, or with the eye in the middle, of course. So the word name is kind of like a grimorial pun. And with that, I thank you for joining me. This is Freenair Reamentra, and I wish thee good fortune on the quest of life.